Hello. I'm aware that most of you already know me and what I've done, so I'm sort of supposing that you're going to heckle me or be like, oh, not that old story again. So I'll rattle through it, but there is some new stuff to show you, so there's some interesting things that I've done lately. So Concentrate was 2004. I came up with the idea of designing products that help kids to concentrate. And these were the first 4 products that I came up with. So there's a lunchbox that helps you eat a piece of fruit and protects the fruit, and a school bag that makes school chairs more comfortable, and a water bottle to remind you to drink. And so I had all these products and managed to get them into production with NESTA help. And then I got to the point where I was in one store, in a John Lewis store, and I thought I needed to get some publicity and push the whole thing a little bit further. So I went and pitched on Dragon's Den. And there I am on Dragon's Den. And it was like my finest hour. I was kind of like, for about a week, people going, oh, I saw you on the telly. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yep. And then Harry Hill, on the Saturday after I'd been on, Harry Hill described me as an alien. He said, an alien on Dragon's Den. And it cut all the kind of kudos that I got from it. I was like a broken man. Yeah, it was terrible. And I had another incident where somebody came up to me. A couple of people kind of came up and said, oh, I recognise you off the telly. I was like, oh, yeah. And then I was walking home and somebody came up to me and said, hey, I know you, don't I? And I was like, yeah, you probably saw me on Dragon's Den. And he went, no, I think you live next door, mate. And I was like, shit, that's really embarrassing. That is really embarrassing. So I had my moment of fame on Dragon's Den. And then that enabled me actually to get into Sainsbury's and John Lewis. And I developed a whole range of other products. So this is a pencil case that turns into a pen pot, so you can keep all your stationery close at hand. This is an anti-smell sports bag, so it's got an odorator inside it, like an inside of a shoe, but it's sewn inside the bag, and I called it a pong patch, and kids kind of go for that, so they can put their stuff in their lockers and keep it smelling nice. This is a ruler, for when you put your hand up in class, you can vote yes or no, according to which end you hold in the air. These are pre-chewed pencils, which I did as a bit of a joke, but actually got some good PR, and I managed to sell about 10,000 of them, so somebody likes them, which is good. This is a USB brain that lights up according to how much data you've got on it, so you can see how bright it is. And then this is another. These are for teachers who have to keep saying the same things over and over again at break duty, so I just put them on a mug so they can point at the mug. So I got very interested in how you come up with ideas and inventions, and I kind of have this theory that everybody's got a product idea or an improvement in the back of their mind. And so I started researching into prominent people that you might recognize that have come up with ideas, and I've written a book, and the book comes out today, so it's a very auspicious day today. So it's called The Big Book of Celebrity Inventions, and as the name implies, it's people like Margaret Thatcher invented soft scoop ice cream, would you believe, before she was Prime Minister. There's people like Michael Jackson, who invented a shoe to enable him to do this sort of 45-degree lean thing. He's got these special shoes, and there's a whole patent document all about how he did that, and lots of things besides. So please, it's a brilliant Christmas gift, I think. Yeah, it's very, very reasonably priced. It's just perfect, I would say. And then, as a result of that, I took that book to the Science Museum to show them, because I thought it could make quite a nice exhibition. And I showed them some of the other products that I'd been working on. And they suggested a kind of job position role thing for me to do, which was their inventor in residence. So I started in May, and I do 2 days a week designing them products that they can sell as Science Museum products. But I get access to their archives, which is the coolest thing about it, because they've got, these are pictures that I've taken as I was looking around. They've got an Air Force base in Wiltshire that's full of planes and trains and rockets and all kinds of things like that. And then they've got another place in Hammersmith where they've got lots of other bits and pieces. So I'm designing them products inspired by science and engineering and what I see. And here are some of them. This is my final slide. So I'm working on levitating cutlery, which is what you can see at the bottom. So it's Harry Potter style, so it's knives, forks and spoons that use magnets to levitate above the placemat. That's an iPod trumpet. It's based on a gramophone that I walk past every morning, and the horn obviously amplifies up the needle on the record, the sound of that. So that's for iPhones and MP3 players. The other thing is a magnetic chopping board, so that when you're chopping, it holds the end of the knife down, and you can use it as a knife rack when you're finished using it, or if you're mixing, there's metal mixing bowls that come with it that stick to the placemat, and you don't knock the bowl over. So there's various other things I'm working on, but over the last couple of months, these are the first ones that I've done. So that's what I've done since NESTA. Thanks very much for listening.